Okay, so hi, welcome back. We're going to do another episode, this time on the simultaneous equation. Now, a simultaneous equation is when we've got two equations that have got exactly the same value of x and y. And we're going to focus specifically on the elimination method. There's a few methods, one being the elimination method. In another video, we're going to do substitution method, solving it graphically, etc. So let's first start on 4x plus 3y is equal to 18 and x minus 3y is equal to 7. Now, I'll put down the steps here. So the very first step, very simple, is label A and B. Now this doesn't actually change my answer anything. All it does is it just helps organize my layout a bit more so that I can refer back to it a bit later on. So next thing I do is make x or y the same by multiplying the lines. Okay, or equations. Now what that's referring to is I want you to choose either x or y to make the same. Now, in this particular case, what we realize is we've already got y being exactly the same. They're both 3y. So by default, I've already done part A and part B. So now let's do step 3 rather. Okay, now once I've made x or y the same, I'm going to use a kind of helpful tool to help me remember the next step. It's called, if it's the same, you subtract. If it's different, you add. So S, D, and D here. Okay, not exactly alliteration, but you get the gist. Okay, so what that's referring to is once I have made one of the variables the same, I look at the signs before them. If the sign before both of them are the same, you subtract. If they're different, you add. So as you can clearly tell, one is a positive, one is a negative, therefore they are different. So in this case, what that means is I am going to actually add. So we'll put an add sign there and do this. And what happens is 4x plus x is 5x. And 3y plus minus 3y is actually 0. So it cancels each other out. So 3y plus and a minus becomes a minus. 3y minus 3y is 0. And it equals to 18 plus 7, which is 25. And now what I do is I solve for the first variable. Okay, so x is equal to, if 5x is equal to 25, x is equal to 25 divided by 5, which is 5. So my x value for both equations is 5. Now, why is this called the elimination method? Is because you ended up eliminating one of the variables to help work out the other one. So I've worked out what x is. Now, what is the fifth step? The fifth step is you substitute what you've just worked out in number 4. So in this case, it's x into A or B. Okay, and then solve. So let me choose which one I'm going to substitute into. Now it doesn't matter. All I'm going to do, sorry, is see which one is slightly easier, okay, for me to substitute into, and then just choose that. So based on this, I would probably say B is probably slightly easier out of the two. So what I'm going to do is wherever I see sub x into B, wherever I see the letter x, I'm going to substitute in 5. So x minus 3y becomes 5 minus 3y is equal to 7. And now, pardon me, I can solve it like a normal equation. So if 5 is positive, when I solve it, it becomes a negative on the other side. 7 take away 5 is 2. So therefore y is equal to minus 2 over 3. So just to confirm, my x value is equal to 5 and y is equal to minus 2/3. Okay?